On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Scoff.
To laugh and talk about a person or idea in a way that makes it clear that you think they are stupid or silly.
Examples:
Scoff at a rumor. Scoff at the idea. We tend to scoff at the education, habits, and tastes of people from very different cultures.
Writ.
A written legal order or command.
Examples:
A writ of summons. Issue a writ. He was served with a writ of eviction, giving him the notice to vacate the property.
Doom.
Death, destruction, or some other terrible situation that cannot be avoided.
Examples:
Economic doom. Prophet of doom. Everyone was aware of the impending doom but was unable to prevent it.
Outrage.
An intense feeling of anger or indignation in response to something that is perceived as unfair, unjust, or offensive, a public display of anger or protest against such injustices.
Examples:
Public outrage. Outrage over injustice. There was widespread outrage over the government's handling of the situation.
Kilter.
A state of proper balance or adjustment, a state of good order or organization.
Examples:
Off kilter. In good kilter. The door was out of kilter and wouldn't close properly.
Vibrate.
To move or cause anything to move fast and in small increments from side to side.
Examples:
Vibrate at a regular frequency. Vibrate with anger. During the flight, the wings of the plane vibrate.
Crackalow.
A network of fine cracks that appear on the surface of paintings or other artworks, typically as a result of aging or deterioration of the paint or varnish layer.
Examples:
Artwork crackalure. Ceramic crackalure. The art restoration expert noticed extensive crackalure on the surface of the old painting, indicating age and damage.
Dusty.
Covered with or characterized by dust, having a dry, powdery texture or appearance, having a lot of dust or dirt in the air.
Examples:
Dusty road. Dusty bookshelf. The abandoned warehouse was covered in a thick layer of dusty debris.
Emerald.
Having a deep, rich green color, like that of an emerald gemstone.
Examples:
An emerald gem. Emerald ring. The emerald green dress caught everyone's eye at the party.
Brushstroke.
The mark or stroke made by a painter's brush on a canvas or surface, a single movement or action toward a larger project or goal. Artistic brushstroke. A brushstroke of genius. The artist made a beautiful brushstroke on the canvas.
Fingerprint.
A unique pattern of ridges and valleys on the surface of a finger that can be used to identify a person.
Examples:
Fingerprint at a crime scene. Fingerprint identification. The police used a fingerprint scanner to identify the suspect.
Ingrained.
Deeply rooted in someone's mind or behavior, difficult to change due to being established for a long time.
Examples:
Ingrained habit. Ingrained prejudice. Her fear of dogs was ingrained after a traumatic experience in childhood.
Plunge.
To dive quickly and steeply downward, to thrust or throw into something. Noun, a steep and rapid fall.
Examples:
Plunge into the water. Plunge a dagger through his heart. The company's profits plunged after the recall of their new product.
Avant-garde.
Relating to or characteristic of experimental or innovative ideas, especially in the arts, culture, or politics, pushing boundaries and challenging established norms and traditions.
Examples:
Avant-garde art. Avant-garde music. The artist's avant-garde approach to sculpture challenged conventional ideas of art.
Swirl.
To move in a circular or spiral pattern.
Examples:
Swirl the wine. Swirl up dirt and dust. The chef expertly swirled the sauce onto the plate.
Impressionism.
A style of art and literature that seeks to capture the fleeting momentary sensations and impressions of perception rather than objective reality or formal structure.
Examples:
Impressionism movement. Impressionism style. The famous French painters Monet and Renoir were considered pioneers of Impressionism.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Futurist.
A person who studies or predicts trends and developments, particularly in science, technology, or social systems, to anticipate what the future may hold.
Examples:
Futurist architecture. Futurist ideas. The radical futurist predicted that virtual reality would become a standard in everyday life.
Cubism.
A 20th century art movement that emphasizes the formal structure of objects, often breaking them down into geometric shapes and planes and depicting them from multiple angles at once.
Examples:
Geometric cubism. Abstract Cubism. Pablo Picasso and Georges Braque are two of the most famous Cubism artists.
Verge.
The point at which something is about to happen or where something begins, the edge or margin of something, particularly a physical boundary or border.
Examples:
verge of bankruptcy, on the verge of tears. He stood on the verge of a major discovery.
Irresistible.
Impossible to resist or refuse, very attractive, appealing, or compelling.
Examples:
irresistible charm, irresistible force. The aroma of freshly baked cookies was irresistible to her.
Meaningless.
Having no meaning, direction, or purpose.
Examples:
a meaningless endeavor. Do a meaningless task. This experiment's results are meaningless because the other conditions are not identical.
Depict.
To illustrate someone or something in a photograph.
Examples:
depict a scene. Depict a feeling of isolation. His son had accurately depicted the bloom.
Deem.
To consider or decide something in a particular way.
Examples:
deem socially responsible. Deem wrong or inappropriate. Regarding earthquakes, some commercial buildings were deemed unsafe.
Unproductive.
Not producing or able to produce very much or desired results.
Examples:
in an unproductive manner. Unproductive industries. The negotiations between labor and management were unproductive.
Heroic.
Courageous and daring, having or displaying qualities appropriate for legendary figures, that is, courage and daring.
Examples:
a heroic poem. Heroic explorers. The heroic actions of individuals are now easily spread worldwide by SNS.
Subversive.
Intended to undermine or overthrow a system, authority, or established order through an intentional effort to cause disruption or to challenge the existing norms or beliefs. Noun, a person or thing intended to undermine the power or authority of an established system or institution.
Examples:
subversive elements. Subversive literature. The artwork was criticized for its subversive theme that undermined religious beliefs.
Peasant.
A farmer or agricultural worker who owns or rents a small piece of land and grows crops, especially in a traditional or undeveloped society.
Examples:
peasant class. Exploited peasant. Many people today romanticize the idea of the simple life of a peasant, but in reality, it was a difficult and often harsh existence.
Robotic.
Of or relating to mechanical robots, robotics, the interdisciplinary branch of computer science and engineering with the practical use of robots.
Examples:
Robotic arm, robotic guide operation. The surgeon removed the tumor using robotic video assistance.
Barren.
Unable to produce or sustain growth, lacking fertility, unproductive, lacking interest, excitement, or creativity, empty or desolate.
Examples:
Barren wasteland, barren desert. The desert is known for its barren terrain with no sign of vegetation.
Glimmer.
A flash of light, especially unsteady or reflected light, a slight sign of something.
Examples:
Without a glimmer of truth. Give a glimmer of light. There is, however, a glimmer of hope.
Disintegrate.
Break or cause to break into small fragments.
Examples:
Disintegrate in an explosion. Disintegrate over time. The vase disintegrated into pieces when it fell to the ground.
Mechanize.
To equip with machinery or automatic equipment, to replace human labor with machines or automation in industry or other processes, to make a job or a procedure more systematic or efficient by the use of tools or technology.
Examples:
Mechanize operations. Mechanize agriculture. The factory mechanized its production line to increase efficiency and reduce labor costs.
Quadrilateral.
A flat shape or figure that has 4 sides and 4 angles.
Examples:
Convex quadrilateral. Irregular quadrilateral. The park has a quadrilateral layout that includes 4 distinct areas for recreation.